Wild Wings. This is the SFA Coaches Show, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Your chance to hear directly from SFA head coaches comes your way. Tonight's show is sponsored by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, protecting Texans since 19. Bank, proud sponsor of SFA Athletics, helping opportunity take shape. Bud Light, it's for the fans. Pilgrims Nacogdoches, proud sponsors of SFA Athletics. And Buffalo Wild Wings, proud presenting sponsor of the SFA Coaches Show.
Here we go.
And welcome in here to Buffalo Wild Wings on a Monday night, as we are here every Monday before home football games here in the football season. We're here on a Monday. It must mean we have a home football game Saturday.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
There you go.
I don't know if anyone else can, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I think that's how these work. So here we go again.
Yep, we're here on a Monday night. We'll talk a little bit of football here as the Jacks will be at home this Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. First 2 o'clock kick of the year here for the Lumberjacks, as we will kick at 2 p.m. at Homer Bryce Stadium against the University of the Incarnate Word. They're ranked number 6 in the nation in FCS football. The latest poll came out this afternoon. They moved up to number 6, and they're about the same spot in the committee ranking for the FCS playoffs as we come down the stretch here, the final 2 weeks of the regular season. And you got 2 at home with a chance to really, this week could be kind of one of those statement wins if you pull one off Saturday against the Incarnate Word.
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and these guys are coming in. They're going to be the 2024 Southland Conference champions. You know, they pretty much wrapped that thing up. So that's gives our guys a chance to prove they belong. Obviously, they're going to be a tough tree to fell, but they're going to put up a lot of points. They have all year. They got a big time quarterback, Zach Calzada, who now leads the nation in passing touchdowns as he overtook Sam Vidlac. Sam didn't throw any this week because he didn't play, and so this kid did. So they're going to be tough to slow down and outscore. But I know our guys have a bad taste in their mouth right now, and we'll be looking forward to getting that out and taking some frustrations out on the Cardinals.
Yeah, Calzada, if that's a name that when you heard that name a moment ago, you're thinking, I've heard that somewhere before. He started at Texas A&M, then he went to Auburn, and now he's at Incarnate Word. And as Coach said a moment ago, through I think his 29th touchdown pass of the season this past Saturday, as the Cardinals won their 7th straight. They won their opener, they lose 2 games in a row to Missouri Valley Conference teams. They lose to South Dakota State and to Southern Illinois, and then they rattled off 7 wins in a row now and are 5-0 in conference play. And they'll be the opponent this coming Saturday here at Homer Bryce Stadium as the Jacks return home. And that was the other thing I was looking at. You mentioned the points they're scoring here. During their last 6 ball games, they're averaging like 47 points a game and giving up 21 points a game during that span. So they've been playing well both sides of the ball here in the last 6 weeks of the season.
They are. They've stayed healthy and they're kind of hitting their stride at the right time, winning 7 straight, and really, playing at a high level right now. Got off, it's a pretty tough start. You got to play South Dakota State. They may be the best coached team in the entire country.
Incarnate Word?
No, South Dakota State.
Sounds good. They're strong pretty much.
Their tight ends are very well coached.
The tight ends may be well coached. They're probably well fed.
Yes.
They're probably well fed. But yeah, let's hope they're being well coached.
That's right. No, but they, again, had the 2 losses early. Have really gotten the ship righted and playing well at a high clip right now. So they'll be tough to deal with Saturday.
And I was looking at the other thing I was noticing, since those 2 road games, I think they played 6 out of 7 at home.
Right.
I mean, the middle part of their schedule, they've been at home. They've only had 1 trip in the last 7 weeks.
Yeah, they played their last 2 on the road, and when a certain team rejoins a conference in the middle of May, sometimes those schedules get jumbled. We're just coming off 4 out of our last 5 on the road. So if they've been at home, we've been exactly opposite and everything. So it'll all kind of settle down, I think, next year, unless this summer more change happens.
And that's, I guess, that UT Rio Grande Valley, which joined the Southland at the same time we did over the summer, not playing football yet. They'll start playing football next season. And I assume that they'll only play a partial schedule next year. So will and I don't know if this is something I just asking off the cuff here, but will this football schedule be reshuffled next season to add UTRGV,
Yes.
or is it just going to be a mirror of what we're doing this year?
No, it'll be a new schedule, and what they're looking at doing is having an East and a West, and so with the two conferences, or the single conference, but
Two divisions.
two divisions, I guess that's what you call it. And so we'll be on the West side. We'll play everybody on the East except Southeast Louisiana. That's going to be the one team we don't play next year, and it'll kind of get back to the way things used to be. We're playing Northwestern State at the end of the year. We're working to move that to a Thursday night game, like it has been in the past to end the season with a big rivalry game. But we'll play UTRGV next year here at home.
Okay, well, y'all have
There
fun, have fun with that.
That's
Have
right.
fun with that. So that's coming up. Jack's coming back at home here, coming in at 6-4 on the season, and we'll talk briefly about this past Saturday. Went up to East Texas A&M. They changed their name. They were Texas A&M Commerce for years, and the Texas A&M Board of Regents voted to change their name officially to East Texas A&M, effective immediately. So I called them a little bit of both last week.
Throughout the night.
They still have Texas A&M Commerce in the stadium, and then they have some new signs that say East Texas A&M, so they're a little bit of both there as well. So, but we go up there, and they've been struggling all year, but we talked about it before we go up there. We talked about it Thursday, that you didn't know, you knew how they were going to play, but you didn't know what East Texas A&M team was going to show up, because they've showed up at times this year, and they played people tough. I mean, they hang with UC Davis, which is a top 5 team in the country, hang with them throughout the year, and then they've been blown out in a couple of games. So we got the good East Texas A&M on Saturday.
We talked to them all week long, our guys, hey, they're driving with the ball to beat UC Davis, who's top 5. 52-yard field goal Lamar had to kick to beat them. Sela, they had the ball driving to beat Sela there in the fourth quarter, and so they were just a very inconsistent team, and I know they got 63 scholarships. They got good football players, and we caught their very best. I told our team all week, I hope we catch their best. That allows us to improve, which I thought we had done for about 6 weeks in a row and had played better. But we picked the Saturday not to show up. That's on me as a head coach, not having our guys ready to play. Obviously, we had a different signal caller with Sam Vidlac being out with injury, and so but playing a backup quarterback was not the reason we lost the game. Officiating is not the reason we lost the game. We lost the game because we weren't ready to play. We got outplayed. We got outcoached, and those Texas A&M Commerce, East Texas A&M University Lions deserve the win, and we did.
Yep, they ended up winning at 19-14. Jacks get the ball back late. In case you didn't follow the game, you didn't listen or follow along to find out what happened. Lumberjacks fell behind, got behind late, led most of the game. East Texas A&M ends up scoring to go ahead 19-14, go for 2. It's unsuccessful. We get the ball back and get a big Kylan Harris catch and run, takes it down inside the 10, and it looks like we're going to punch it in, but a penalty flag takes a touchdown off the scoreboard, and then we can't put it in the end zone on 3rd down, 4th down as we move it back 5 yards from there, and come up just a little bit short against the Lions in picking up another road win for this team up there in Commerce this past Saturday. But you mentioned Gavin Rutherford. He gets his first career start as a Lumberjack this past Saturday in place of the injured Sam Vidlac. And it was obvious that, early on, we're going to get some easy completions, just kind of get him settled in. And he threw the ball well, except the only thing that we didn't do that we've been doing in weeks prior, we just didn't hit one of those big deep ones. And that was the difference in the game.
He threw the ball well. I think he would like to have a few throws back. He was a little high on some throws, but I thought for the most part he managed the game. He had a few decisions he'd like to have back, as all of us would. But you are correct. He put one on the money if we don't bring it down in the end zone. That's 7 points worth as the series. We ended up botching the field goal, and so that cost us 7/3 points. Had a few other deep shots, and we needed to hit those, because if you saw what they did, they played us in goal line defense and just pressed man-to-man on the outside. And so we're trying to run the football against an 8-man box. That makes it really tough sledding. Waylon Jones still picked up 94 yards or so and did a good job running the football. But, for the most part, I thought they outplayed us defensively. Their D-line got after us up front. We had 5 sacks. which is the most we've had all year and in a long, long time. And so that was disappointing. But I thought Gavin played well. He ran the ball well. You know, there's a few times he didn't have somebody open, so he tucked and he ran and picked up some tough yardage and some big first downs on some third and longs. So all in all, I think he played good, but not great.
Right, and that was I would think in your first start, he played a little bit coming in, but in your first start, okay, you're the guy. He played as well as you. He played well enough for the team if they make some plays around him to win.
Correct. That's what I told the team this morning. At the end of the game, he's the one that orchestrated a 90-yard drive and put us in the end zone, and we scored. And then that one got pulled off with an illegal formation call that was interesting. And so then we, back it up and we don't get it in. And then we've got 3 timeouts. We got a chance to get the ball back at midfield and with a minute to go. And we let them run the ball for 8 yards on the 3rd and 6 when everybody in the stadium knows they're running. And just uncharacteristic defensively. We give up 9 explosives. That's the most explosive plays we've given up all year, including North Texas.
Yeah.
And against those guys, we should have been better than that. We just weren't on our A game. I thought we looked sluggish and just uninspired at times. And again, that falls clearly on my shoulders and not getting fired up and ready to play. And I've got to be better.
So there's 10 minutes of beating the dead horse. We're done with that. So now it's in Carthel Word coming up this Saturday. Following that, you got Abilene Christian to close out the regular season. And there's still knowing, if you can get to 8-4 with 2 wins this week, you put yourself on the bubble to perhaps for a postseason bid, and that's all that you can do right now. Go out and try to win these final 2 and give yourself a chance to play some postseason football.
That's right. I knew if we were 3, we'd be in. 4, it's going to go to a committee. The last time we made the playoffs was 21. We were a 3-loss team that went to committee. That was an 11-game season. This is a 12-game season, and so you're going to see a lot of 4-loss teams in the playoffs. I think you'll see a few 5-loss teams in the playoffs. Those are going to be teams that played, maybe 2 FBS opponents. But they'll have a chance to be in. But that's where who we play. Yes, we're right now we're playing a backup quarterback, and our confidence is a little shaken. But we're playing the number 6 team in the country, number 4 team in the country. That's bad. But that's also good because that gives you a chance. In 21, when we were a bubble team, we had to beat Eastern Kentucky, who was ranked. We had to go on the road and beat Central Arkansas, who was ranked, to give that committee a reason to take us. That's the same scenario we have here. Bottom line, it doesn't matter. Last week doesn't matter. We were going to have to beat in Carthel to make the playoffs. Let's go get it done.
Yep, and that chance brings itself to bear Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock. We'll be on the air here on the SFA Sports Network beginning at 1 p.m. with a pregame. And the kick will be set for 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon from Homer Bryce Stadium. And there is a ton of stuff going on this week. We got volleyball coming up later on tonight. Debbie Humphries will be here. She'll be on the road this week. But soccer also will be here a little bit later on. They won the Southern Conference tournament this past.
How about them?
It's been a
What
big
a year!
turnaround. Yeah, nice
what
turnaround.
a year! Yes.
So you're going to start speaking in with an accent.
I'm going to start talking about
for him.
Yes,
it works for him.
No, they have done a great job. Those gals are fun to watch, and the turnaround they've had. Big congrats to Coach Williams and his staff and those ladies.
Yep, and again, they win the postseason tournament.
Where are they going? Where do we play?
They're at TCU.
At TCU.
Well, that's who they drew. I'm assuming it's at in Fort Worth.
Yes.
In Fort Worth, Jay? Yes, it's in Fort Worth at TCU. TCU, the 5th seed in the NCAAs, and the Lumberjack soccer team will be up there to take on TCU. So not far away. You can go up there and watch that one if you like, and I will find out a little bit later on when that will be, because quite frankly, I don't know. I know that they're playing TCU, but that's the extent of my knowledge. There's only so much.
We're always learning together.
There's only so much that I can take in, because it was a busy 36 hours. I leave you in Commerce Saturday evening, and then got in the back of a 76 Impala station wagon. And
were you abducted?
No, it was by choice. I made my way to Des Moines, Iowa, and watched basketball yesterday afternoon at 1 o'clock as the Jacks fell to Drake. And then made my way back here just in time to get here to do this here this evening.
You're a weary traveler.
Well, it's been a busy 36 hours.
You look like you've been rode hard and put up with a few times over the last week.
Yeah,
but,
it's been.
Looks have never been your strong suit.
You're right.
She married you for your personality.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you.
It probably lost out on that. Yeah, there's no doubt. But there's nothing that a couple of wins this week done to
yes, make us all feel a little
make us all
better.
feel a lot better. a couple of wins. And again, you get your chance against Incarnate Word. The good news is Lumberjacks historically against Incarnate Word have had a great deal of success. I think we're 5-2 all time against Incarnate Word. Played, as you mentioned, played them in 21 down there in the playoffs. That team, that Incarnate Word team, I think ended up getting to the quarterfinals or the semis.
Beat us in overtime, if you remember, scored late
yeah.
and beat us in overtime. They had a quarterback, number one, his name was Cam Ward.
Yeah.
He's currently second in the Heisman voting, so go figure.
He may be second in the Heisman voting. He may be first in paydays.
That $2 million he's getting paid. So
He's playing right now for the University of Miami. So yeah,
highest paid employee in the state, maybe.
yeah, he's doing a pretty good job there with the Hurricanes. But yeah, that was the last time we played Incarnate Word down there at their place.
We beat them here in 19.
Beat them here in 19. In fact, I look getting ready for this one today. They've never won in that contest.
Let's keep that streak going.
Find Alizé Ward. Get Alizé Ward here for this one. There is
A big pick there at the end.
Yes.
I remember that one. That was in 18 or 17.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one from afar when I was coaching at East Texas A&M.
take your pick.
Commerce, whatever they. Yeah, but no, that was a great one. That's a big win for us in 19. That's when we were kind of going through the death penalty of the academic infractions, and they were defending conference champions and came up here and with a good team, and I thought our guys played well that time and got a big win to close out the home stretch there in 2019. So hopefully we can have some of that magic again.
Incarnate Word here this Saturday, 2 o'clock to start here from Homer Bryant Stadium. Join us for that one if you can. If not, tune in here on the SFA Sports Network. We'll take a quick break, wrap it up with Coach Carthel here in a moment. We got Debbie Humphreys coming your way to talk a little volleyball as we head down the home stretch mid-November on the SFA campus. Back to Buffalo Wild Wings after this on the Lumberjack Sports Network from Deerfield.